Hello, this message is for someone who is being blackmailed by someone very close to them. Okay? So, if this message is for you, this could be your spouse, this could be your parent or child or sibling, someone that close. At most, your best friend, but it is an intimate, close bond relationship, and this person is blackmailing you because you have expressed repeatedly your desire to leave some kind of dynamic you have with this person. So if it's your spouse, maybe you want to leave the relationship. If it's your parents, maybe you want to leave the house, maybe you want to move out, become independent. If it's your child, maybe they want to move in with the other parent in the divorce, something like that. And when you've expressed this, you were expecting some kind of dialogue, okay? But instead of a dialogue, you got to see a side of this person you had never seen before. And if this message is for you, you will know, because it might have sent like chills down your spine is what I'm getting when you saw this person behaving this way and talking to you this way after you expressed yourself and open up about your feelings. You thought you were being vulnerable about, yes, something hard, but something important, and you thought this person loved you or cared about you enough that they would care about your feelings above their relationship even, okay? So when you instead got this side of them that you had never ever seen before, and it was basically blackmail, okay? They threatened you. What I'm getting is you got a threat back. If you can go ahead and do that, but then I'm going to do this. So you might not want to do that then, okay? And I'm getting, this message is for you. It was delivered calmly, coldly, and almost detachedly. I don't know if that's a word, but in a detached manner. To the point that, again, I'm getting very distinctly, it might have sent chills down your spine. My spine just itched right now. So, basically, they threatened you with exposing things about you that they know that you would not feel comfortable with everyone knowing or discussing or being the topic of conversation in your circle or life or whatever. What I'm getting is that there's three things that this person feels like they have on you and they're using to keep you where they want you, okay? If this message is for you, the first thing is something embarrassing. Is something about you very personal and intimate and that you consider embarrassing, and they know that. They know that. It might not even be actually embarrassing, like subjectively or objectively, excuse me. But for you it is. You feel like if this was topic of conversation amongst friends and family, you would feel humiliated and possibly, I don't know why I'm getting emasculated, or whatever the equivalent is for a woman. Basically, if this was out in the open and everyone was discussing it, you would feel like less of a man or a woman in their eyes or in your group circle, and like it would really damage your self-esteem and self-concept. You don't want this to happen. It's mortifying to even think that this person could think of exposing this about you. Number two is something they know you're into that might be questionable whether it's accepted in society to be into this. Okay, so it could range from something lame, who knows what lame is, right? But to something frowned upon, to something that people might judge to be a bad person for being into that. So it could be that whole range of things. But it's basically, again, something that they know you're into, that they know you don't want everyone knowing you're into this, because they know that you might feel like everyone then looks down on you somehow, okay? And the third thing they have over you, if this message is for you, is something you're doing, something you've been doing for a while, maybe something even that you stopped doing but you used to do, that is technically wrong somehow. It could be something like silly but technically legal. I don't know what kind of example to come up with. Pirating, like, I don't know. It's something though that is enough of a threat to you, the thought of it being reported to authorities. You don't know if you would get fined or if you would get in trouble. Maybe you've been running a side hustle under the table. I don't know. It's not. It feels like something that could be serious, but maybe it's not. But you don't know. But you do know that it is technically wrong or outside the law in some way. It's like something you're skipping, that you're not, I don't know, are you running a hair salon from your kitchen, something like that. I don't know, something like that. And they have these three things. They laid it all on the table. You felt caught off guard, blindsided, and you might have reacted in a way that now haunts you, because you feel like now there's a whole new dynamic, and now you feel almost victimized, but you don't even know how to deal with it because of your initial reaction to the situation and how you handled it. Now you feel like you're somewhat trapped in that take, and you don't know how to assert yourself in this situation. Okay, so the message I'm getting, the advice that's coming through is you need to assert to this person and to sit this person down in a completely serious, calm, collected fashion, matching their own when they threaten you. You need to communicate to them that they can go ahead and do that if they want, but you're gonna do what you need to do for yourself anyway. And you could, this is what's coming through. What's best that you would do is come to peace with these things you've done and regularize whatever was outside the law, like file that business registration or whatever it's called in America, legitimize whatever that thing is and own up to whatever this flaw is. Accept it to the point that you don't care if this person tells anybody. Do that inner work, and then when you're feeling more secure in that, then you go look them right in the eye and you tell them, you can do that if you want. That would be really shitty of you, like, what would that say about you? Think about that. But you're not gonna stop me this way. Okay, you need to do that because this person, their bad treatment of you will continue if you allow this. So this is actually a big test for you to stand up for yourself and walk away from this person, which if it's what you wanted to do to begin with, and that's why they're threatening you, your instincts were right on. You do need, in fact, to walk away from this person that uses this tactic. Some people they supposedly love, and they do need to take a look at themselves. So I hope that was helpful.